All right, welcome back to the Odd Couple. It's Chris and Rob coming to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. It's easy to save 15% or more on your car insurance with Geico. Go to geico.com or call 800-947-AUTO. The only hard part is figuring out which way is easier. We are joined now by a hip-hop legend, and that's not an overstatement. You know him, Jeezy, and he's getting more. He's going beyond hip-hop now. He's founded Sports 99, which is going to be a sports agency. So we'll get into a little bit of that later. But
I'm going to have to start calling him Mr. Jeezy with the agency. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like that.
Man, that is awesome.
I like that.
Now, Jeezy, we're going to start off with the tragedy that's really impacted everyone. I think basketball and hip-hop, maybe even at a deeper level because of the death of Kobe Bryant.
Right.
Talk to us about your thoughts on that and how you dealt with it and just the hip-hop industry, how it's impacted.
Yeah, first of all, condolences to his family and, all his loved ones and fans. I mean, for us, I met Kobe back in 05, 06 when I first got on at a party, and I just remember thinking to myself, like, man, this is Kobe Bryant. But that was Kobe the athlete, the superstar. That's the person that I met. And over the years, I watched his, I just watched his career. I just, how loyal he was to the Lakers. He was there from beginning to end. So that said a lot about him. But what I do appreciate and what I am grateful for is to see Kobe after basketball.
Right.
How he evolved, how he became a man, how he let us come into his personal life and see what type of father he was, and just how responsible he was as a human being. And we're grateful for that because, had he passed before that, we just knew the superstar, the athlete.
No, that's a great point because he
Yeah.
did evolve. People saw him, especially his daughters, and he was always with them and doing stuff in the women's basketball.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about it.
And for us, because we love these guys. We see them on the screen. They're great at what they do. But he's also showing us culturally what it's like to be a father.
Right.
After, just having fame or having a position in the world, and you still have to be that soft. You have to, you have to be that guy for you.
Nurturing person for your
kids.
family.
Yeah. So saying all that to say that, you got a guy that did everything right. And was going to do the right thing, and these type of things can happen. So it should make all of us want to kiss our kids a little bit more, and and hug our families a little bit more, because it ain't always the guy that's out doing the wrong thing that things can happen to.
You know it.
Yeah.
That is so true. Let's talk about you. You already have the music career. But to be able to step into, because I love to talk about where the idea came up for Sports 99 and having an agency. It's, how it is, it's dog-eat-dog, a lot of people involved, a lot of big-time agents. It's hard to break into this.
And a lot of guys have tried this. Master P tried it, and, you've seen guys.
It ain't that easy. What made you decide to do this?
Well, jumping off my block and my porch wasn't easy at all, by the way. I mean, for me, though, I just think it's the level of expertise and just being personable, because you're dealing with individuals, human beings, their families, their friends, their loved ones, their coaches, their mindset. So to me, it's more so like I'm a people person. So, and I have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to getting people that get money and opportunity fast. On look, because I didn't have that. My guys like that was Jeezy telling me, you shouldn't leave this check at this company for this long. You look crazy, and I'm going, it's my money. He's like, nah, but you need to be on point.
Right.
That's where I was getting game from.
Right.
But and over the years, I got a lot of that. You know what I mean? So, it's easy for me to relate to these kids because I come from where they come from, but I'm also personable. So I can sit there and tell them, I made a lot of my wealth on real estate. And it took somebody to pull teeth and pull my arm to show me that game, but I learned it.
Right.
And it saved my life, by the way. So these are things that I can have conversations with, because it's about reasoning. You saw how I did it. Let me talk to you, because right now, you're only going to get 4 or 5 big checks in your life. And I understand that you have family and you have friends and people that need things, but this is how you handle them. So it's like the personable level more so than the sport.
Do you have a client yet?
Yes, sir. Actually, we have clients. I'd rather not mention now because this is like the soft opening.
Nope.
But that's my angle. I want to show these cats how to build wealth. I want to show them how to deal with their families. I want to show them how to go out and market themselves and go out and make themselves a brand where they're able to go out and just expand their portfolio, just based off of who they are,
Hip-hop legend Jeezy and the founder of Sports 99 joining
Yes, sir.
the Odd Couple. Now, you mentioned Jay-Z. Did you talk to him about doing this, or did he inspire you to do it? Because obviously he's got Rock Nation.
Right.
And did you even consider maybe just working with them or, talk about all that?
Well, it was more so, me and Jay, we had it's crazy because you said that when I first got signed to Def Jam, I had the Snowman shirts,
Yep,
yep. And me and Jay was talking. I was like, yo, I want to do a clothing line. And he was like, all right, cool. He walked me in, introduced me to the 2 Russian guys that was running Rockaway at the time, and that was my first business venture that Jay-Z helped me get. So he introduced me to his guys, and that kind of put that taste in my mouth is where I know I can do it. So I built that, sold it, and then I just started to make my moves because that's who I am. I'm naturally a businessman before music, and all the way up until now, where I have my own telecommunications company, which is Figures Wireless, and we are black-owned. We have satellites, and we're doing, to Avion Tequila, which we built up and just sold a Pernod Ricard, to Defiance Fuel, which is a fitness water.
Wow.
So all these different things.
So how many businesses do you own?
I have a lot.
That's great.
But it's always good to diversify and have a lot of different things going.
Yeah, but that's who I am as an individual, but also that shows my athletes, the blueprint. That you just, because I've been in a situation where people told me you will only be a musician or artist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, how's that even possible? Like, my mind is bigger than that. That's like such a small part of me. And, that's what gets me excited. But now when these guys go out and they're trying to do these things, I can actually have a conversation with them like, it's going to be hard. It's going to be work. But, we can do it.
Now, you obviously are a great rapper and musician, but did you, like when you got into the hip-hop game, were you looking at just being a great rapper, or did you always look at it as this is something I can use to help me get other things I want?
Absolutely use. I knew that it was coming from where I was coming from without a high school education because I skipped that route to put my sister through college and to take care of my mother, which it enabled me not to be able to do that. But I knew I wanted to be able to walk in the boardroom. I knew I wanted to be able to go sit down with these guys because that's how my mind works. Like I can look at a situation and assess it. I'm a closer all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like if I go into a situation, I'm gonna give you the best that I got. And going into music was me watching Master P, Jay-Z, all these guys doing it. And I just sat there and I studied it. I was like, yo, I could do that.
Right.
And my uncle told me I was crazy. And every time I go back home in my Rolls Royce, he just look at me like,
Maybe your uncle was crazy.
Right.
So we're at the Super Bowl. We don't have that much time, but who do you like at the Super Bowl, and how big of a football fan are you?
I got to be honest, when it comes to football fans, I got to stick with my home team. That's Atlanta Falcons.
After they choked down the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
And it's been rough since then.
Let's focus on that one.
You we still salty over that one.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story real quick.
Yeah.
when I was there. There in the stands, yeah.
Oh,
you thought you had it. I know you were celebrating.
Right before halftime, we was already planning parties. I was like, yo, we gonna go. I'm gonna do this. And we gonna do that. And Ludacris looked at me. He's like, yo, man, Tom Brady is no joke.
Right.
He's no joke. And I just remember they threw that interception. And I had to sneak out of there.
49ers or Chiefs?
Man, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the 49ers. But,
yes, smart man.
Wait. Let me say that. Let me rephrase that because I just said the Chiefs over there. So I don't want to.
Oh, wait a minute.
Let me rephrase that.
So you all know?
No. You covered all your bases.
I like the 49ers, but I also like the way the Chiefs play. But neither one of my teams.
All right.
You know what I mean? So
you just want a good game.
Yeah.
I get that.
I don't want you to go on record there. You be like, yo, Jeezy said
right.
and y'all playing it back. 49ers, Chiefs. 49ers.
Well,
it's great having
sure.
Jeezy on the Odd Couple, man. Thanks a lot. And
Hey,
good luck
appreciate
with
you having
everything.
me.
Yeah,
Sure,
right.
We'll
Best
be
of
watching
luck.
for sure.
For sure.
And if you ever take on any analysts or reporters, just make sure that
Already.
We open,
we might be
or comedians.
That's right.
Stand-up comic right here.
Already. There it is.
I'm like your uncle. I'm telling you he's crazy. He ain't gonna do it. We'll see.
And
if
he's going to be
all right.
wrong like your uncle. Watch.
Shout out to
More Odd Couple coming your way, Fox Sports Radio. What's happening, y'all? It's Chris Broussard.
I'm Rob Parker.
And we are
The Odd Couple. Check us out as often as you can on YouTube.
And always remember, I'm Oscar, and he's Felix.
Oh, man. Are you serious?